of weather. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely insane. It's kind of freaky.
Breakfast is ready.
Thank you. Does that good? We have come to a place of incredible wild beauty and have slowed down our pace for a day to enjoy the views that go on for miles. The peaceful quiet punctuated only by the occasional song of a bird, the lowing of far-off cattle, or the occasional traveler passing by. This is The Wall, a free dispersed camping spot just outside the Badlands. We still can't get over the fact that there are places like this as we make our way west in our self-converted Ford Transit campervan that we live in full-time with our cat, Lady Gray.
So I'm just outside here while Audra's inside taking care of business. But I guess that goes with the territory, especially if you're going to boondock out in the wilderness for more than one night.
As we travel, we have realized the importance of slowing down. So we decided to spend the whole day here at the wall. This morning we got up and we moved the van to a better spot, and we have just been enjoying the surroundings. We've been getting some work done and getting some projects done around the van, and it's been really nice.
Yeah, we really have enjoyed our day today. It's nice to finally kind of be still for a while. Our pace has been go, 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 so it's nice to be in one spot for a full day. Like Audra said, get some random things done around the van, get some work done. That's been nice. However, last night was a bit rocky. A storm came through. It was probably about 1 a.m. and just crazy amount of wind. I looked it up, and apparently it was gusts up to 50 miles per hour in this area. And believe you me, we felt it. The van was just rocking and shaking. And I'd be lying if I didn't think, wow, is this like the beginning of a tornado or something, or what's going on? But thankfully, it was just some random storm that pushed through really quick. Thankfully, it kind of came and went, I think, within an hour, maybe even 30 minutes. So quite the evening.
So I think what actually woke us up first was the wind coming in through the max air. It actually kind of started messing with the max air. So we quickly tried to close it, and it was so gusty that we had a hard time even closing the max air. So we finally got that closed. The crazy thing with the wind is how loud it was. We've been in some windy conditions, I think in Utah and in Colorado when we were in the Pawnee Buttes, but we've not experienced anything like this. Like Steve said, the van was shaking quite a bit, and it was just so loud. So I'll be honest, it actually freaked me out a little bit. We're right here on the edge of the canyon, and I actually said to Steve, like, do you think this is strong enough that like things could actually start blowing over? And I was thinking about, man, some of these big RVs and people in tents. It was crazy. Even the cat was freaking out a little bit. She went up actually in the front dash, which is not normal, and was just kind of acting a little agitated. So I looked out the windows for a while. I could see people out with flashlights, I think trying to secure things. I was quickly we were looking on the internet to see if we could find any severe storm warnings or figure out what was going on. I got back in bed then. The cat came up with me. Steve promptly fell asleep, which is funny, and I think I stayed up probably for, he was saying, I think the storm was only about a half an hour. Thankfully, then it died down, so we actually got some sleep then. And then I got up super early. I think the new time zone, this time zone, it was actually 4:45, and got to experience an amazing sunrise.
Yeah, so I hear the sunrise was beautiful. I think I was dreaming about it. Anyway, now we're making some dinner for the evening and just going to have a nice quiet evening. Doing nothing. We might watch a movie, go for a walk, and hopefully we don't have a repeat of last night.
And throughout the day, the cattle has been moving down the hill, and they're now down closer to the road here by these rigs. That's kind of fun. It's not every day that you're parked with a bunch of cattle. It's that time of the week. We're actually going to try to load our YouTube video for tomorrow.
So we're going to try utilizing Grain Grumpy's Starlink for the second time. The first time we forgot the password, so we didn't get too far. This time we got all the passwords and we should be good to go.
So as we're loading the video, we're trying to look at the numbers to get an idea of how Starlink works for us. The video is about 2.8 gigs, and when we first started loading it, it said there's about 45 minutes left, and then it jumped to an hour and something, and then 2 hours and something, and now it's back down to 45 minutes. So I guess you can do the math and glean from that what you will. I checked, and that's about all that's using up the data right now. And we're doing some speed tests. I used speedtest.net, and Steve is checking the official Starlink speed test just to see what those say. All right, well, we got the video loaded. That's a good thing. We also got a few other things done while we had the Starlink running. It probably took somewhere between 30 minutes and 45 minutes to load the video. So it was really nice to have that today because there's no other way we would have loaded the video. It is time for yet another dinner with an amazing view. This is definitely one of my top sunsets. One of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. The sky is on fire. Good morning, you guys. We are leaving our boondocking spot behind. There's a slight possibility that we'll be back this evening, but I don't think so. So we're enjoying our last views, possibly, of this little area. It has been absolutely fabulous. It was really nice to take a day yesterday just to relax and stay here. I think the sunset was probably in my top 5 sunsets of all times. It was just a great experience. And last night, it got pretty windy when we were going to bed. Not as windy as the night before, and thankfully it died down and it was quiet the rest of the night. So that's pretty good. We're happy about that. I think it's also very important to share that Steve had a very important van life milestone. What was that milestone, Steve?
Well, I had to take care of business.
And how did that go? How many vans would you give it?
Well, I would probably give it 3 vans. It was okay. Let's just say I'm glad it was the first time in 2 years, almost 2 years of full-time van life, and first time in 5 years overall. So hopefully I can keep that pace up, because I'd rather not have to do that.
For those of you who may not be familiar with our setup, we actually have a dining room chair in our van. It's multi-purpose. You can sit on it, but you can also use it as a toilet if you need to. So it's a makeshift toilet that I have used only a few times and Steve used for the first time today.
There's a little groundhog.
And prairie dog. Oh, a bunch of prairie dogs. Bunch of prairie dogs and bison to start our day.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
So our plan today is to check out a little bit more of the Badlands along the Loop Drive, because we didn't do all of that the other day. We're gonna check out a little overlook here and then head west. And hopefully we'll see more prairie dogs today.
Well, we got to take care of some chores, some trash, and lemonade deposit.
Yep, Steve's on trash duty. I'm on the lemonade duty. Lemonade duty. Incredible, for sure. So once again, we're on dirt road, but it's not as bad as some of the other roads we've been on recently. This is the Sage Creek Rim Road, I believe. And the reason we're going this way is to go to the Prairie Dog town. Alright, we want to stop here.
guys think if I built up enough speed, I could make it with the van, Dukes of Hazzard style, to the other side?
So, yeah. I wanted to stop at this overlook because there's an interesting history, which is kind of strange to me. But a long time ago, farmers would band together and they would go up on this butte that's out here, which was not accessible for their cattle or any other livestock. And they would disassemble and then reassemble a lawnmower and bale the grass and make hay bales. And then with a cable, they would send the bales back this way. Now, if you noticed around this area, there is grass like all over. So I don't know why they went through all the effort here, but for some reason they did. And I think that's kind of fascinating.
Look at this dedication, folks, to bring you high quality entertainment. Look at that meandering road.
Well, we have spotted the prairie dogs. They are so stinking cute. Look at that guy. Rolling around. There certainly weren't as many prairie dogs out this way. There were a few, but they were kind of far away. If you come to the Badlands and want to get a close-up encounter with prairie dogs, you definitely need to go to the ranch store. Because that was amazing.
Yeah, that'll spoil you quick.
But the one nice thing there was there were several bison in the distance, so we got some photos and some footage of them. Pretty cool. So we were getting ready to leave the park and we noticed that there's a water jug refill station right before the exit. And while we're here, there are prairie dogs all over. There are way more here than at Robert's Prairie Dog Town. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so sad. What is that thing? It looks like a Wolverine. Oh.
All right, another major item on our checklist off. Always nice to have some restocked fresh water.
So we did our drinking water jugs and our 6-gallon for under the sink.
Yep.
that is a wrap on the Badlands. It was a perfect way to end it. We got to see some little prairie dogs and some bison, and one that was pretty close up, and as we were parked, it was coming closer to us. So that was pretty fantastic. It's cool. And while we're in this area, we have to stop at Wall Drug.
Any trip through this area would be incomplete without a stop to the Wall Drug.
They have free ice water and 5-cent coffee. We're gonna get some 5-cent coffee.
My only question is there a limit?
Steve's gonna fill up our 6-gallon water jug with coffee.
Well, I best be prepared for my nickel coffee. All right, let's go get some nickel coffee.
Wall Drug in Wall, South Dakota is one of the most famous roadside attractions in America, drawing millions of visitors each year with its mix of history, quirky charm, and Western theme. What began in 1931 as a small pharmacy offering free ice water to travelers has grown into a sprawling complex filled with shops, restaurants, art galleries, and photo ops. Guests can see giant statues, fill up on a meal or sweet treat, browse Western-themed souvenirs, and explore exhibits celebrating the spirit of the Old West. Located near the entrance to Badlands National Park, Wall Drug continues to be a popular destination for road trippers, offering a blend of nostalgia with tourist trap goods and services. H2O, right, Steve?
Yep. Best 5-cent coffee I've ever had.
So Steve, what do you think about Wall Drug?
Well, I think it's the West's equivalent of south of the border. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Route 95, south of the border is also a big old tourist trap. It has billboards for miles and miles and miles, and just offers a random selection of things, much like Wall Drug. I'm glad we went. Check it off the list.
It most certainly is a tourist trap, but I'm glad we went at least this one time. And Steve will have to tell you how many cups of coffee he had. I think he broke our budget for the month.
Well, I only had 3, but I can't figure out why I'm so jittery all of a sudden.
So we have the bumper sticker to prove that we were there. And after we left, we spotted Sasquatch and the world's largest jackalope. And now we are on our way to Rapid City, South Dakota. We made it to Rapid City a little earlier. Any guesses as to our first stop?
We made it rapidly.
We did make it rapidly. Get it? And we went to Panera. This guy got some drink and we got some work done. Now we drove up a windy hill along Skyline Drive and found a spot with a great view out here. We're making dinner, heating up leftovers, and then we're gonna go check out another park that's just down the road that's kind of fun. Well, with van life, plans are often apt to change, and we figure things out as we go. We ended up changing our plans and stayed at this overlook for the rest of the evening, and enjoyed being serenaded as the sun went down and lights from the city started to twinkle. Tomorrow brings a new adventure, and we hope to see you then. If you enjoy our videos, please consider becoming a patron by using the link on the screen that we've also included in the video description, along with information about today's adventure and our channel. A special thank you to all our patrons. We appreciate your ongoing support. Thanks for coming along with us on this van life adventure. Please take a second to hit the like button below, leave a comment to let us know you're watching, and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Don't forget you can also connect with us and see my photos of the places we visit on our Facebook and Instagram.